TimeRust.com proudly presents the Time Rust Brain Trust.
Hey everybody, thank you for joining us here on the Time Rust Brain Trust podcast.
Tomodachi Life Edition.
No, that's never happening, ever.
No, it's not out yet. It doesn't come out till June.
Yeah, I don't want to
June
play
2nd.
No,
eShop
not gonna.
and retail.
Fail. So,
all
to
these
my
squares
left.
make a circle. All these squares make a circle. They don't get this reference. It's
I don't
amazing.
get it.
You guys won't get that reference, but anyone who's listening gets that reference.
Anyway,
I don't get it.
I think we should just toss this one out the window and then live our separate lives after this.
All right.
Because that was terrible.
I'm fine
That
with
was
that.
between these two.
I
no.
can't even say anything. I'm getting cast out? That's not fair.
You know what they say? When,
Because you weren't here last week, so you get picked on. So.
Oh, because I
All-
had a mandatory class for my profession? I'm
spoiled
Oh, mandatory
apples,
class for my
barrels.
profession.
There's most of the apples are spoiled, so we're screwed. I don't know. Anyways,
one bad apple spoils
One
the
bad
bunch.
apple
yeah,
don't
but
spoil
we
the
got two
whole
of them,
bunch,
and
Nate.
then the ratio is
Off.
you know
So you got like a
half.
50% spoil
So,
ratio.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I mean, would you eat from any of that
Maybe if you cut away the bad part.
on every apple? Anyways, introductions.
One
To my
bad
left is
apple for
Steve.
the
Hey, what's
Nate.
up? Yeah. It's me.
Interrupting his introduction to his left is Eli.
Hey guys!
This is the house.
What?
No,
What did...
I don't know.
See, you can't say stuff like that, and then
We're
you
gonna
do
do what?
that, and then
No, I know. There's
What did
more.
you-
He's already interrupted like 5 times.
What?
I had to.
What did
And to
you...
his left is Marquise.
what it is, folks. Because apparently jive turkeys didn't work last week, so what it is, folks.
No, we got called by Hannity. He said he didn't agree with that.
Hannity.
That and the
No, that's
KKK might
Kennedy.
come and start a neighborhood watch. So
Hannity.
we gotta be
Wait, what?
careful.
We're going to do
Yeah,
what?
I caught that. The KKK might start a neighborhood watch, so we gotta be careful. of
Yeah,
that.
in Pennsylvania, they started a neighborhood watch.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
the
feel
neighborhood.
I feel totally safe now.
They're going to report all suspicious activity immediately.
Yes, after they put a burning cross on my house.
Considering
And
you're
me
in
and the tree.
Parkersburg, West Virginia, and they're in Pennsylvania.
They're right there.
Is that neighborhood?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
It's like a neighborhood.
Stone and hit Pennsylvania from
I
Well,
can see Pennsylvania from my house.
we have 10 hate groups in this state.
Really?
Yeah.
Neat.
And we've got a KKK
Why do you
trying
know
to
that?
form in this city.
It's like, because I auditioned for every one of them.
Because.
Audition?
Oh.
My hate is supreme.
Yeah, no.
I am the scion of hate.
I
How
can't-
could you not recruit me?
There's
wants to be the
no
Red
way I
Cyclops.
can get into any of those groups. They're like, yeah, we don't think you're white enough.
No, but you have to turn in that black guy you hang out with.
Oh.
That's your criteria. You have to turn in that guy.
I don't like where this podcast is going.
It almost went to someplace really bad, but I decided not to use that reference.
Okay, so how's it going, guys?
I'm Nathan!
It's going splendid, guys.
It's one of those
Super.
days.
I'm Eli, and I'm the only sane person in the book.
That's not
We already introduced you.
You like Nintendo
said
way
your
too much to
name
be sane.
Was Nintendo-san, Eli-san. And we were like, dude, that's kind of racist, like Hello Kitty from Avril Lavigne.
That wasn't
Nintendo
racist.
is
That was
so
just
good.
stupid.
It's pretty bad. What's going on with her? What is going on with this young
What
lady?
happens when you marry Chad Kroger from Nickelback?
we talk
Exactly
about?
what I was saying. Avril Lavigne.
Avril
Have you
Lavigne.
not heard her new
Nickelback
song?
is just so terrible that
It's just-
their terrible rubs off on anyone they come in contact with.
Avril Lavigne hasn't been good for a long time.
I think it's because she's Canadian.
I think
Well, I
it's
mean,
because
like 5-6
No.
years. Yeah, she probably.
I think
hasn't
it's
been good.
because
Have we had
she
this
got-
conversation before?
she got really popular, and then she dropped off the face of the earth for like 5 years.
because
no
she
one,
went and married Chad Kroger.
We've had this conversation
and
before.
everyone was
I
like,
think.
Avril who?
Avril Kroger.
Yeah.
What's Avril mean? It's like April. isn't
It
it?
doesn't really matter.
It doesn't mean
I'm just
anything.
And Lavrine, that's another word
Lavrine?
for... That's for
Lervin?
another word for latrine in French. Canadian?
Oh,
No?
do.
I made that up.
it's Farmville.
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
That-
it was something.
It was the cord.
It was the cord.
Somebody
Touched my leg, and it was the cord.
That would be weird because all four of us
There's a
sitting here like, who was
creepy-
touching my leg? And it wasn't.
There's a creepy.
Everyone look.
Everyone looked like it wasn't.
I got you. Anyway,
Hey, Steve, what are you doing?
Juvenility.
let's see. What am I doing? All right. Been reading lots of comics.
Nice.
Yeah, I picked up a Green Lantern Guardian, New Guardians number 30 last week. Read that one, pretty good.
Nice.
Kyle Rayner is tapping into, like, he's just now touching the depths of his White Lantern abilities, and he's doing amazing things. And the Guardians are like, oh, we didn't know you could do that, or anyone could do that. He basically there's a commander, like a warrior from the God Slayers, this group that kills gods, and he has an emotional connection to every one of his people, like his troops, and Kyle basically attaches to that emotional connection and uses the indigo light to teleport them all away.
Aww.
And he basically grabbed, hundreds of people from across several galaxies and just took them to one central point, and they were like, wow. It was pretty ridiculous.
Well, Kyle Rayner is pretty ridiculous.
Well, yeah, Kyle's awesome. And then I read Sinestro issue number 1, which was really cool. And it caught me up on what's been going on with one of my favorite villains of all time. And he went to take back control of the Sinestro Corps and, protect the remnants of the people of Kuragar after the planet was destroyed by the First Lantern. It was cool. And the art's good, and the writing was not bad, so I can't really fault it there, because DC's art's been kind of terrible lately.
Oh,
Whoa.
So,
Harsh language.
well,
if it's not...
the good artists went to go do their own thing. Maybe not even with Marvel. They're just like, we're going to do our own thing.
this thing? Yeah, let's see, what else? I've been playing some World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Nice. I signed up for the beta for Heroes of the Storm.
I'm excited for that game. It looks
looking
good.
forward to the open beta for the beta for crap.
Warlords of Draenor.
No, it's
Wasn't Heroes of the Storm a Metallica song?
that's Riders.
Heroes of the Storm.
Here's the Storm is the MOBA, but yeah. Wild Stars beta starts on Friday, which I'm pretty excited for.
Is it open beta?
It's closed. You had to get an
Oh.
invite. I unfortunately did not. But I've seen the character creation screen.
That game is cool looking.
Yeah, it looks really good. I'm pretty excited.
I watched some people play another beta they had earlier this year.
It's the same flavor of each class can either do one of two. All the different classes are all hybrid jobs. They can either tank and heal, or DPS.
Yeah.
And all of them have two jobs they can do. So not every class is stuck with one thing. Because like in Warcraft, if you're playing a hunter, you're going to be damage, or damage.
Yeah.
Which is a little ridiculous. But anyway.
Or you could have your pet tank things.
Yeah, I started playing Brave Frontier on my Android phone, and it is a pretty good little RPG.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
game kept bugging the crap out of me, saying, buy me, play me, buy me,
Play
play
this
me,
game,
play
play
this,
this
play,
game.
put
Yes,
money in.
for
But
free.
Play this. Hey.
Anyway,
no, it's doing the put money in
I just
thing.
didn't like
and
it.
I got
played it for
discouraged
like
with
an
Dungeon
hour.
Keeper for my mobile because
Oh, it's terrible.
it's not Dungeon Keeper.
It's terrible.
Please buy gems to
buy
speed
gems
things up,
to make
Dungeon.
this not take 20 hours.
No one plays it. Everyone hates it. So
Yeah.
that's one
But
of the
the
reasons.
good news is, goodoldgames.com,
Yeah.
they, the
They
day
sell
that
Dungeon
came
Keeper.
out, like, they had Dungeon Keeper for free, like the original Dungeon
Yeah,
Keeper, so
yeah.
they were like, hey, Dungeon Keeper Mobile, leaving a bad taste in your mouth, come sign up for an
Well,
account and get Dungeon Keeper for free.
The one thing I hate about
That's a good call.
Yeah.
Clash of Clans and Samurai Siege is I hate it when other people like raid my village and mess me up and take
Yeah.
my money, which is obnoxious. The fact that they can do that, because I just want to go through the campaign and unlock
And
the
just
stuff
build
and build
cool
my
stuff.
city. So the best part about Dungeon Keeper is that nobody plays it, and I've only been attacked twice by Asian people because the reason I can tell they're Asian is because
They're playing it.
You can tell, you can look at their name, and I can't read it because it's from an Asian language. And they don't get past my defenses anyway, so life is good. No, seriously, I'm dropping rocks and burning people left and right and turning them into chickens, and there's lightning everywhere and ghosts. It's good stuff.
It's a good time.
It's a good time if you feel like waiting for 4 or 5 days for, to clear a block of stuff, but...
Yay! Triple Town!
I unlocked, I finally
How do you do
unlocked, Batman for my mobile Injustice game, which in turn, by unlocking Batman, I unlocked the Batman Beyond skin for Injustice Gods Among Us. I'm super pumped about that, even though I don't play as Batman at all. Batman Beyond is still awesome.
Yep.
By the way, we need to have a fight night again.
Yeah. I recently, a couple weeks ago, I watched, Captain America, which we'll probably talk about soon.
Tonight.
They just updated the... while you're talking about Injustice, they just updated the Injustice mobile app. You can actually battle against other players now.
Neat.
On there.
I can bring out my dark side. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's another reason, a reason to take another look at that game.
Yeah,
they've
good.
added a bunch of new characters and a bunch of new abilities and
I
all
really
kinds of
should
stuff.
just buy it. I really should.
Yeah.
You should, because it's not a game.
Here's the thing. I was waiting for the...
Xbox One edition.
Which
Not going to happen.
is apparently not happening for whatever reason. So
Probably because they can't run it at 1080p.
Or because there's some sort of thing with Sony and what's their faces, WB, because they've always had kind of a tight partnership.
But the game was on all consoles initially.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you're a next gen console, if you're PlayStation 4 and you're kicking butt already, why would you give something else in? So no, you make them go higher PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
It's good marketing.
Good marketing is Microsoft
I-
not making a powerful enough console.
It's powerful enough. It just depends on what you want.
No, it's
It
not
plays
really.
games.
It does. Not as
I don't
well
know
as
what
a
you
PS4
want.
though.
Anyway, so I've also been playing some Diablo 3 Reaper Souls, going through the Nephilim Rifts on Torment 3.
I need to get back to that. I haven't turned my computer on in like 3 or 4
See,
weeks.
I haven't really done anything on my console. I've been computer gaming, but
I've been.
I opened up my sketchbook recently, and I started working on some stuff. My friend, a good friend of mine from college, Mitchell, my friend Mitchell Jordan, he got me in contact with one of his former college professors that's a really good friend of his, who's looking for an artist for a comic book he's writing up.
Yeah.
So I sent him an email message, and he said he'd email me soon whether or not he wants some, he'll send me a script and he wants some test pages.
Cool.
Once I get it, I'll, my art's not, I'll have to knock the rust off of it and get back on it, but I think if this pans out and I actually start getting a comic out there, that'd be super fantastic.
Good.
That'd be really cool.
Because then we can start sending you the cons, so we can be your entourage. And get up in that stuff.
Then I could
Freestyle!
He's going to go into the artist corner or whatever,
Artist
artist alley.
and I will crush them.
What?
I'll crush the other artist in artist corner.
You're like, you're all going to die.
Well, and,
I thought we were going to hang out
I
and
thought
talk
we would
about...
just be friends.
Oliver we'll beat you.
I'll just
Roberto
walk down
Reynos,
the aisle.
We'll
And
stomp
I'll
you
look
out.
at I'll look at them and be like, oh,
just throw
Joe Maduro comes up. It's like,
shove their crap on the floor.
Madrero.
Knock it off that table.
I'll shake his hand. I'll be like,
Thank
can I be
you.
your apprentice? you're, and then I'll just like walk up and be like, what's up,
I am a sponge.
McFarlane? And just knock his stuff over. Spawn is terrible. Bam. Anyway,
What I was going to say is, Mature would look at you and say, do you see this eye? This one's getting tired. I need a new one.
yeah.
go
Marquis
up the Rob Life and go, you're not an artist.
I'll turn to
I
the
was
side.
thinking that.
I'll turn to the side and be like, this is what a side view looks like. And then I'll flip his table from anger. Like, boom! Go back to the 80s.
You can't flip his table because it's bolted to the ground. Because everyone wants to flip his table. All right.
Anyway, but yeah, hopefully I'll get some feedback from that, and I've got more art in the
Technically,
pipe
you
for
can't
once.
flip his table because it doesn't have any feet.
I thought you drool.
He couldn't flip his table because probably he doesn't get invited anywhere. Everyone just looks at his art and goes, nah.
We don't really like you.
No. You went to college to learn how to draw side shots this way? What is wrong with you?
And why does everyone have a million pockets? I don't know. I mean, the utility belt is cool and all, but...
No, but Cable, for instance, millions of pockets. What does he put in those?
Never used
Nothing. I've never seen Cable reach to his one of those millions of pockets and pull out something. I mean, they didn't have cell phones at that time that could fit in one of those pockets. Every gun he used had bullets bigger than his pockets.
Yeah.
So what did he keep in there? Like his tasty cakes or something?
This
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so that's what I've been doing.
is his hair gel. All right.
I've been playing some games.
That was creepy.
I purchased.
Like a mountain play games.
I purchased an amazing deal at Toys R Us over the weekend. When I went in on Saturday afternoon, Titanfall was on sale for $39.99. And they also had a sale going on that was buy one, get one 40% off on all video games. So I was like, hey, Lego Marvel is sitting literally right next to Titanfall.
Yep.
I'm going to buy that and get Titanfall, which is multiplayer only, and I probably won't play it a ton, for $23. So I did that. And
Wait, does Titanfall not have a campaign?
Well, it
well,
does.
it has a campaign, but it's just multiplayer maps, and there's a story at the beginning and end of each round.
Oh.
There's, like, dialogue and things, and, like, little things will pop up during the missions and be like, oh, they're doing this! Oh, this is happening!
It's giving you a moment like Call of Duty would have in its, big open areas where, look,
the maps are huge.
big battles are happening. Oh, look, something blew up and that guy died.
Yeah.
And then you go
And
forward
then there's, like, a
level.
little bit of a story wrap at the end. There's
Yeah,
a mission briefing while you're waiting for the next match to load.
If it,
And they'll
stuff like
have
that.
moments within
if it was
the
good
map.
like the
Yeah.
original Call of Duty games where there was a story the whole way through.
This is a story-driven game. Instead of...
I know. Story-driven first-person shooters are falling to the wayside.
Well, it's not that.
It's not even that.
Especially Killzone.
This isn't like, something with a big story. It's
Giant
you've
robots
got like
around.
the
It's
beginning
just like
of
you're
the
playing a
battle.
very minuscule, like you are not the be-all end-all hero of this world. Like you are
You
literally
die.
just a grunt, like fighting on the front lines in these battles, and there's narration, like from your commanding officers that are alluding to a story, an overall story.
Definitely are not
so
the
you just-
chosen.
It's not a very good overall story because
That's not
there's not
focus
really
of the
much
game.
to it,
Okay.
and there doesn't need to be.
But the thing is, it's not one of those things.
It's
where
not one of those things where there's an arc to this story. It's
Yeah.
like they just throw you in. It's the middle of a thing that's happening.
It's the middle.
And you just get in there in the middle of it, and there's no resolution at the end. It's just like, oh, well, that
It's
was
still going
terrible.
on. Yeah.
On to the next battlefront.
This is not the beginning of a battle.
It's
or
not the
a
end of a
war,
battle.
The beginning of a war and end of a war.
Yeah.
This is just a series of battles in a war.
Within a war,
The end.
the end. It was
Great
weird.
game, though.
I played the first. I played the IMC campaign,
Yeah.
and I unlocked the militia campaign. I haven't played it yet, but
So you haven't unlocked the tank yet.
no, I haven't unlocked the
Titan.
for my customizable
Yeah.
Titans. That's what I usually use like as a pre-built loadout, but I haven't unlocked it for customization yet. I got to beat the militia campaign, but I got that. I finished the story of Lego Marvel, which was fantastic. It was a great story.
Those are good
Yes.
games.
It was a really great story, lots of humor, and at the end, then it was very cool. Guardians of the Galaxy show up, and they're like, "Hey, what's up?" And Black Panther like jumps up and acts like he's Batman for a second, and then like he's like, "Welcome, you want to hang out in Wakanda or something?" And like so,
the drugs?
but then you go to a party at Tony Stark's house, and like
Super futuristic dance party?
yeah. And then you like you're free to roam about New York then and just do like random little side quests for pedestrians and unlock all your characters and earn your studs and go back and replay missions and get all the items you missed and play with villains and everything now.
Yeah.
So in the typical Lego vein, it is a fantastic game and I love it. Like I have I have so much fun playing those games just because they're great platformers. There's lots of collectibles.
It's huge.
And they do a really good job with the writing and the humor. And just the sheer variety of characters is awesome. There are over 100, and it's ridiculous. They even have Superior Spider-Man in there, which I did not purchase because I do not approve.
I didn't purchase them. I just found them.
Yeah, but you have to purchase him after you find him. Yeah, after you
in-game
find him, you have to
currency.
pay
Oh,
like 150,000 studs for him.
Oh, the studs, yeah. The studs, yeah.
Yeah. But
You're like, I don't even want to spend studs.
I finished the main tracks on Trials Fusion. Game is not as good as Trials Evolution, but they do have 6 DLC packs coming out within the next year to try and fix that. So I'm sure by the
we made this game and it's not so good, but over
I'm
the
sure-
next year we will try to make it not
Yeah.
so awful.
So they're Diablo 3.
step one should be yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Step one should be adding online multiplayer. Why does that not exist from day one? I'm
I
not
don't-
sure.
that doesn't
All the
make
other
sense.
That
games
should be
had
a
it.
staple in most games nowadays.
That was one of the best things. I loved going in and doing the Supercross races against people. Like that was a ton of fun. But I've been playing that. I was playing some more Charlie Murder and some more Battle Block Theater. I played some Deadlight. That game is interesting. It's a little bit too easy. A little bit too hand-holdy, I think. But I'm interested to finish it just to knock it off my list. I finished Peggle 2. And I have been reading more Game of Thrones.
It's good. Which
That's
book are you
really
in?
good. Still in the first book.
That's so good.
Almost done with the first book.
I'm almost done.
It's a really good series.
almost
I
done
watched,
with Dance of Dragons. It's pretty hard
Yeah,
to do because that book is boring.
I really, really, really have got to pick up. My goal is to finish reading all 5 that are currently out before season 5 starts next year.
That's gonna be rough. That's
Yeah,
rough.
that's still...
This book past the
I think I can do it
Past the
because I
second
read
book,
through
they
all
start-
the Harry Potter books pretty quick. They're significantly easier to read.
have the Harry Potter books like 900 pages.
Some of them are. Some of them are.
It's possible. I'm not going to say
It's
possible.
definitely possible.
going to happen,
It's-
but...
It's loading up.
And I've been slowly building up the amount that I read each day. Like I'll try and read like 3 of the air quotes chapters every day. So at that rate, it's definitely doable. Like I can.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I mean,
it's not going to be a problem. I've got some people at work that are like pressuring me. They're like, I really want to talk about this, and you're the only other person here that's interested. So
I got to the
And you're
point.
not there
and
yet.
you're
I
not
got to
there
the-
yet.
I got to the
Like,
point where in Dance of Dragons, which is the last book that's out,
Yeah.
it's like there's a part where it flashes back to something that happens in Feast of Crows, and I was like, why are they talking about this now? Because it already happened.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know what his thinking when he wrote the book was.
There's further insight into what happened or something.
It wasn't even that much of a difference, but the basic thing came down to the book's kind of dry at this point,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of wishing that the White Walkers would come back so that we could have something cool to do,
Yeah.
because it's just a bunch of people squabbling amongst each other, but at the same time
There's a lot of squabbling in Game of Thrones.
it goes from bad, you find a few good characters, it goes from bad decision to bad decision, and you just keep wondering, you're like, why are they doing this?
Yeah.
And then, eventually they'll die out, and you'll be like, oh, that's better, I don't have to hear about them anymore. But in Dance of Dragons, I'm kind of just skipping from chapter to chapter. I'm skimming the chapters that don't say Tyrion or Jon or Arya.
Yeah.
I skim them.
And I think that's a kind of an okay thing to do with this series because,
Most of the
like,
time
you
you
can
just-
focus on characters that you care about, and
Tyrion
like the
is
rest
an
of it will kind of get
amazing
filled in, like,
Yeah.
along the way a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the first 4 books are really, really good.
Yeah.
And it's just that
That's what I've heard everybody tell
There's
me.
just a part with
they're
Dance of
always just
Dragons where I was like,
Dance of Dragons is just not that great.
so why did they introduce this character? Because this happened. And I was like, can we just get to the part where everyone fights everyone else and the dragons fly across the ocean and burn everything to ashes? Sweet. Where
No.
Jon comes back from the wall.
We cannot
with
get to that part.
no. He's got to write a couple more books. And they've got to be 9,000 pages. The last, I'm
Yes.
confident the last book's gonna be like 3,000 pages.
I'm confident the last 2 books may never come out.
Probably he'll die before he gets. It took him, over 5 years to write, Dance of Dragons.
Yeah.
Oh, Marquise, what are you doing?
All right, so let's see. I didn't do much this week because it just I worked out.
I work out.
I started the Insanity, which was awesome.
Insanity.
Insanity.
Yes,
I could.
You might be insane.
it
We ordered-
hurts.
Yeah, the new P90X is like a half an hour super intense workout.
You talking about the T25?
How could it be
I'd say
a half an hour if it's P90X? The whole 90 is 90 minutes.
No, it's 90 days.
90
Yeah.
days.
I thought it was 90 minutes.
Nope.
No,
But yeah,
that'd
so
be silly.
90
Yeah.
minutes for 90 days.
yeah,
No,
but
it's-
the Insanity is good. It's hard.
Good deal.
It is hard, monkey stuff, but it's a good workout.
Hard monkey stuff.
I try. Like my legs and my abs are like my stomach. Like my core hurts. It feels like someone hit me with a baseball bat.
Good.
This way it should feel.
Yeah.
It means you did something.
Yeah, so that's awesome. I did watch Shield, which we'll talk about later.
Agents of Shield.
Agents of Shield. I'll call it Shield.
Yeah, I do too. Some people say Marvel's Agents of Shield. I'm like, shut up.
That's the title.
Shut your
up.
face.
I watched The Arrow. We'll talk about that too, but which is awesome stuff.
Oh man.
I did watch Raw this week. I watched Daniel Bryan get squashed in the first few minutes. He got tombstone 3 times. One on the steps.
Jeez.
And one on the announce table, which didn't break. So
Yeah, that was heinous. When the announce table didn't break, I was like, oh man, I know he's got to go away for a little bit because of his father passing, but holy crap, dude, that was not cool.
Yeah.
Why they got to send him out in a body bag?
Yeah, they did it.
He wanted to perform. He was going to go, but he said he wanted to perform.
Well, they did it once on the outside, then once on the ring steps.
And then his daughter was done. He took him to the table, and
it didn't break. It just didn't break, which I'm glad because if it had broken, they might have been hurt.
And I'm loving the fact that we might get a John Cena heel turn out of the Bray Wyatt story.
No,
because
you hearing that for real?
Because the way he responded to the crowd when he had to fight all 3 of them, and so I watched the wrestling. Didn't get to read comic books just yet. However, I am going to read. I am ready for Original Sin to come out. That's new stuff from this new Marvel event. I know stuff is going to go down.
Of course, it's going to go down.
Sinning.
I like Captain America finding about like the world finding about the Illuminati, which should be interesting.
Hey, they're doing what they have to do.
Yeah, but wait till Captain America finds out.
They did what they had to do.
No.
You know what? He failed. All right, so.
What do you mean he failed?
He failed. But they Infinite Christ him. They gave him the old Batman wine wipe and thought everything was okay. They should know.
They did magic, the Captain America.
Magic and mind wipes don't mix.
See,
Batman. Well, it's Batman. He figured it out, and he's like, that wasn't very nice.
Well, see, there's you know how there's like parallel worlds and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. They after a while crash into each other and destroy one or both or yeah. So what they decided to do was move one or get rid of it or whatever, and they gave Captain America the Infinity Gauntlet with all the Infinity Gems.
Nice.
Didn't work. All the gems exploded.
T1
failed. Captain America failed. So the other option...
How did he fail?
He tried to do it. He's like, I'm going to move it. Didn't work. What? So they just went...
How could it not work? It's Captain America.
Yeah, I know. So you know what they did? They did the mind wipe, and then they blew up the other planet.
Oh.
So they killed a planet full of people.
To save their planet.
Yep. That's what it came down to.
See, what happened was Cap said there was another... Cap was... After the Infinity Gauntlet, all the gems blew up, he said, we got to find another way. The smart guys in the room said there was no other way.
We're talking about literally the smartest people.
And Namor.
And Namor.
It was
the smartest people and Namor.
It was Black Panther, Beast, Stephen Strange, Mr. Fantastic, and Tony Stark. They all looked at Cap and said, there is no other way. Sorry, Cap. Steve, Doctor Strange, my wife. Oh, the Mystic Mumbo Jumbo, and then Captain America doesn't remember anything.
Oh, snap!
It was pretty heinous.
Yeah. But, so, I'm prepping for that.
So when he figures it out.
Well, yeah, that he's going to figure it out. The Watcher dies, and someone takes his eyes.
Interesting, because the Watcher's been around for...
Yeah, and the Watcher has all their secrets. Because he sees everything. So, they're trying to find out who has the eyes and who wants all the secrets. And so... So that's the thing.
That's the strange thing, because things that your eyes see go to your brain.
Well, he's also the Watcher, so don't.
He's a cosmic entity. Just deal with it.
Just deal with it. Just deal with it. But that's prepping up, and then I'm going to pick up Amazing Spider-Man #1 because Peter's back.
And you mean Spider-Man's back in the Spider-Man books?
Nope.
Okay. And then we're going to just gloss over that because we dealt with that last week with this one. Easy gave me the right act about that one last week. So, I've read Uncanny X-Men, which kind of heard about because it started off decent, but then it just keeps getting sidetracked. Like the Uncanny X-Men is like Bendis' side book. He writes all new X-Men super well, and like he writes all his other books super well. Then he gets to Uncanny X-Men with Cyclops' team. He's like, who are they again?
Well, he's kind of boring. Cyclops is.
He's not boring. That's the thing. Cyclops, but even with putting the all new X-Men with Cyclops' team, it's still like he's glossing over the new team that Cyclops has built. It's like, well, how about you give some love to these characters that we're starting to get invested in, because I'm invested in some of these characters.
And I really don't care for the all-new X-Men because I feel like it's rehashing glory days of X-Men, you know? Like, why are you doing this? This hurts my brain.
Oh, well, until they go back. Until they figure out why they can't go back. Yeah, I don't know. Well, what happens when the multiverses crashes? So you blame Wolverine, who's the all-powerful X-Man, can do no wrong, apparently breaks multiverses, he can get away with that crap.
Well, the guys from other planets are coming for us, so.
Oh, and then the Kree's coming for us. And
yeah.
The Shi'ar don't want anything to do with us now because of the new X-Men. The Shi'ar said, we're done with you. So, yeah. You know, after all that work they did in Infinity, they just crapped on it in literally not even 6 months.
Yep.
Infinity was great. They established Avengers World, all that stuff. But anyway, that's pretty much what I was watching. I did watch G.I. Joe Retaliation on the Netflix.
I watched that also.
It was some good stuff.
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
Did you just watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Roadblock was awesome.
It was completely fantastic.
It was, yeah. I mean, the whole Storm Shadow
and Snake Eyes. Fantastic.
When they looked at each other and they went
so
and then they went back to back, I was like,
so good.
It was a very fun film, and the guy that directed that's the one doing the Gem movie.
Yeah.
But they know that as long as they bring him and The Rock back, everything will be okay.
Yeah, the Rock's going to come back for us.
And Channing Tatum is gone, so
he might come back. No, he might come back.
Yeah, I know.
He's also might be Gambit, but that's another story for another day. But it was
That's
a really
terrible idea.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
yeah, but it was a really good book. It was
Makes
really
almost
good
as much sense
movie.
as Wahlberg being Nathan Drake.
Adrian Palicki, she was great as Lady J.
Yeah, it should obviously be Nathan Fillion.
We need some more Flint.
Yeah.
I needed more Flint because Flint's an essential character besides Duke. Duke's number 2.
He's kind of a joke in Retaliation, though. He was just kind of like, I'm just here.
He did good stuff, though. He did cool stuff.
Yeah, but, like, they could do more stuff with him.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
He was essentially, in the comic books, Flint's Duke's number 2. So, it's like, I would love to see just more done with him. And I'm looking forward to more Joes. Can we get Shipwreck? Can we get, Gung Ho? Classic Joes.
Gung Ho is one of the ones that I think is talked about for the next one.
Because Gung Ho would be amazing.
Dude, what about barbecue?
Barbecue.
Don't mess with
barbecue.
Can I get Wild Bill?
I'm trying to have Road Pig. Anybody?
Vote for Road Pig right now on the.
But yeah, so I watched that. I watched a couple other Netflix movies. I watched this movie Axed. It was this British film about this guy who lost his job and then he decided just to axe murder his family.
Oh,
yeah, that was weird. There's Netflix has got some crazy stuff. And then I read Naruto Shippuden this week.
I'm reading it right now,
and it was fantastical. It's getting better. I can't wait to see this translate to animation to the anime because all the stuff they're doing right now. It's going to blow people's minds. They're like, if we don't spend the next 20 years in fillers.
Well, I kind of like the filler they're doing right now on TV.
It's because filler is good.
No. This is a good filler though. But
okay,
where are you at right now? What's the filler?
Well,
yeah. Nathan? What do you do?
Well, I've been watching a lot of Naruto Shippuden on Hulu Plus, getting caught up on that, and right now I'm at the most recent episode. It's where they've gone back and they're talking. They've gone through and explained how the evil ninja group, the Akatsuki, or however you say it,
Akatsuki,
came to be, and
that's a cool story arc with Pain.
Actually, the whole thing was cool. I like learning who Toby was this entire time. Like I called it before they revealed it.
Yeah, everyone knew who Toby was,
but I wasn't totally sure. I was like, well, how would that work? Because he died. Nope. And so that was pretty cool. And, seeing where Madara kind of came into that, which is creepy.
Uchiha Madara.
He's just creepy. I've learned that the Uchiha clan is just 95% evil.
Yep.
And what's up with that? Like, they are all that's wrong in the world for the,
All the traitorous jerks.
They're like, we're powerful, so
we're better than you, and we know it. That's their deal. We're better than
Yeah.
you, and we know it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And for the most part, they are.
Well, yeah. But they can't take down the Jinchuriki, but that's okay. They can control the nine-tailed fox, somewhat. Maybe.
Nope.
No, it didn't really work out.
Nope.
But I really enjoyed learning certain things about that because they were telling me things I actually wanted to know, other than just like, hey, here's something. Here's a little
You mean
story.
where they start actually like putting more thought into the backstory?
Yeah, as opposed to just, hey, here's a story because we're trying to get caught up with the
Hey,
books.
there's ninjas fighting.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay.
I like ninjas fighting.
Well, I like
Sign
learning
me up.
about Kakashi and what made him him.
Gosh. Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, he's awesome, and he's kind of been through a lot.
Yeah, he's been through some stuff.
And
Just a little bit.
well, I was surprised when they wanted to make him the Hokage.
Yeah, well, he's a good choice because he's been through some stuff.
He's been through some stuff. He's also super powerful, but I think now the clear choice will be Naruto because he is
Because
ultra
he- well,
powerful.
The clear choice has always been Naruto.
Maybe it's also the fact that
He's a legacy. He was always the clear choice. You get me?
maybe it's also the fact that his name's the title of the show.
That's
It'd be
true.
like-
Well, I was gonna say, what about Naruto side story with Rock Lee?
Dude, that's a great show.
But
It's so awesome.
Naruto's name is up there. That's all I'm saying.
I would make Rock Lee the Hokage.
Oh, jeez. I would.
It would be the most amazing decision they've ever made.
Mayo.
If
Guy Sensei is the
if Naruto was around, the Hokage choice would be Neji. Shikamaru would be.
Shikamaru.
They wouldn't let Shikamaru. Shikamaru would be strategist.
True.
It would be Neji.
That's true. He'd be like, so troublesome.
He wouldn't do it. Yeah.
He'd be like, this is such a drag. This is a drag. He kicks the dirt and sit down. He's like, somebody give me something to drink.
So
Funny shady
troublesome.
Oh,
Nanda.
It's really it's really mature. I think it's funny that they took out so much comedy that they had to make another show.
Yeah.
We have all these funny storylines that we can't use because that would be a ridiculous amount of filler. So here's another show. They're making a new game, by the way, and it's going to focus more on those stories of how the evil team formed, Kakashi's backstory, stuff like that.
So is it an RPG or is it another Ninja Storm?
It's a Ninja Storm.
Yeah, another Ninja.
They're
It's
such good games.
it's Revolutions or something. It's gonna have a team up mode, so you can you and another ninja can do special attacks at once. Combining them, and there's a little voiceover at work at that
with
time.
the chakra combination techniques, with the Rasen Shuriken hurricane technique that he uses to fight that one guy, is really cool.
Rasen Shuriken.
Yeah, it's a combination technique with the water jutsu and Captain Yamato. He's fighting the dude that has all the different faces on his body.
He wouldn't do yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. And then he hit him with the complete Rasen Shuriken and it killed him. They're like, that's a one-hit kill technique. That's the most destructive thing I've ever seen. Blades of wind seep into every pore and just kill you.
Well, it's like, what was it? Kakashi was murdering people when he was on Boo Block Ops, just using his Shiriki technique, whatever it is, and just zap your vital part, dead.
Yeah, and his lightning blades ability is its deadly powers depend on how fast he goes.
And
He would just
it was amazing. It's very brutal. Loved it. That's why I'm like, oh man, I'm really getting into this because they cut away all the crap with the duplicate, the little white dudes, and then the when those guys were turning into other people. And
Oh, yeah.
that's gone. The Ninja War is almost completely over, and now we're watching Naruto.
You
versus-
haven't come across a major character that's have you?
No,
No, you haven't. If you're thinking about it, no, you haven't just yet.
No, I don't. I can't recall any because I know. Well, the Kages got beat up, but I don't know.
Oh, you're almost there.
Okay,
You're close.
The next arc after this filler, you're gonna be mad.
probably. Well, not as mad as I was for Arrow. Eli, leave.
He just said, "Easy go."
Bye, guys.
All right, I'm going to try to do this
Get all
without
your
swearing.
spoilers out of the way.
Yeah, this is Spoiler City.
So-
we're going to talk about Arrow
And Captain America.
Captain America real quick, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay, so last night on Arrow... Eli, can you hear me?
Yeah, okay.
Last night on Arrow... let's see. You had Roy. He's not Speedy in this.
Roy Harper
had been kidnapped,
and used.
he came back to life, though, because that stuff won't let you die.
Yeah.
The Mirakuru. And so now he's like...
It's so much in him that Slade put extra in him or something.
So
Slade,
he's like
Slade was just using his blood to
Yeah.
to make a new serum so he could infuse it into all those criminals.
They put more in him to get him going, I thought.
Yeah, because he's way stronger than what he was.
And he was just raging on cops. Like, he killed cops.
Whoa.
And he was, like, having visions, and he saw Thea, and he's like, she's saying, I have wronged you, I've hurt your feelings, you should kill me. And so he's like, rah, kill! So he finds her at the mother's, what is it? Like it was her big speech to be the mayor.
Her big, I don't know if it's commit. Her big like primary.
Yeah,
whatever.
she was just, like, hey, I'm running for mayor, vote for me, blah, blah, blah. Then she was going to drop out of the race to take care of her family, and she changed her mind. Then they get the bombshell dropped. Oh, yeah, by the way, I always knew. Knew about what? I'm so proud of you. To, what's his face?
To
Oliver. I'm like, what?
She always knew that he was the
Arrow. Yeah.
I
was like, oh, hold on.
Yeah, we're not done yet. We're not
So-
done yet.
Keep going.
So you know what happened with Thea, and you know who the father of Thea really is.
Yes.
Okay,
It's
so
Captain Jack Harkness.
yeah. So they're in a limousine leaving, and they're like, we have to just hash this out. We got to tell everything.
And
Queen
Industries gets owned by Slade.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's good.
Because what was it?
He signed it over to that
No,
Tam.
not
And,
that. No, like a truck hits the limo that they're in, flips it over. They wake up all tied up. He's got a gun and he's pointing it at the females, Thea and his mother, and he says, "Oliver, make a choice."
Oh crap!
I wanted to see your face. I wasn't around the last time you had to make the decision.
He's like,
see
"No!"
your face. You choose.
And then she said, "You know what? I'll make the decision." Just and he said, "What did he tell her?" He
goes, "You show great courage." He goes, "Too bad your son didn't get in that."
Then he stabs her through the heart with a
Stabs her through the
katana.
heart.
The mother.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool.
Well,
I didn't like his mother anyway.
Yeah, but she's running for mayor. She's kind of important.
Which
and
means that Brother Blood now has a complete...
it's going to be a landslide, obviously, because he's going to run unopposed, unless like Thea or Oliver jump in, which would make sense. Thea's like, "You gotta tell me what's going on" before this, and so they were about to tell her a bunch of stuff. Probably that he's Arrow, and then now the mom's dead. And
See, I didn't like the previous episode before this, where it was like, Thea was just like, "I'm gonna ride my drama llama out of the Queen Mansion," and you're like, where he was like, "Dad knew that you were not his, but he raised you and loved you anyway." What does that tell you? You're like, they were both liars, just like you.
See, this is why I was upset
I was
because
just like, oh,
because that was season 1 Thea.
yeah.
Season 2 Thea was mature. She was running a business.
And then she regressed because
she had a relationship.
She had a relationship, and then she regressed because she had daddy issues. Even though the man that raised her, who showed her unconditional love, yes, he's your biological father. He's just a donor.
I'm the daughter of 2 mass murderers. I was like, please.
I was so mad though. I was so mad at the end of that.
I was like, you're rich. What do you have to worry about?
And we also find out that Ollie's a daddy.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, his mom paid a girl $2 million to go to Central City and never come back. $1 million to leave, and then $1 million to never come back. And she had a kid, and she called Oliver and said she had a miscarriage.
Okay.
So basically, Oliver has a
doesn't
kid
know.
in Central City. That means Flash crossover next year.
Yep. So that's kind of crazy. Oh yeah, and it was
I just don't like the way they've handled the Roy Harper thing, where he got the Mirakuru, and you're like,
They're factoring. They're making a cure. So
they're gonna cure him. I know they're gonna cure him, but because I wanted him to become Red Arrow because
I want him to lose his arm first, so he can get the cybernetic
he'd
arm.
become Arsenal instead.
Yeah,
Just
that
like-
would be cool.
No. Colton Haynes said he's Arsenal. He's not Red Arrow. They've confirmed that he's Arsenal. He's going to go with the Arsenal persona.
Well, that's good because
Even-
Red Arrow is kind of it'd be redundant to have the same character with just a different color. You can have Christmas archers.
They showed them all three outfits. They spec'd all three outfits. They had a Red Arrow outfit, an Arsenal outfit, and a Speedy outfit.
Wait, Speedy's the one with the. It's basically the old school like Robin Hood capped.
yeah,
Yeah.
just like how he was, Green Arrow. Used
Yeah,
to
and
look
then,
like that.
then the Red Arrow was basically what was it? Just a red version of the Arrow's current costume.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you got Arsenal, and you're like, all you need is a little cloth mask and a robot arm. I'd be like,
And lots of guns.
And guns. And I think it's over for him.
He's a teenager Punisher.
yeah, Arsenal's pretty cool, and I like the way he was portrayed in Young Justice.
So that was a very shocking, Arrow. It's just kind of whoa.
I love how Slade in a couple episodes back was like, "Oh no, it's like all the Queen's secret," and you're like, "What?" And he was like, "You're Merlin's daughter. That's his big secret." And then like he tells the lawyer chick that Oliver was the Arrow, and you're like, "You didn't figure that out? You went to college for like 9 years, and you're a lawyer. You couldn't figure that out?"
Her father pretty much knew.
Yeah.
Her father was like, "Yeah, I'm good." I love how she blackmailed that lady. She was like, "This is dumb. This and this and this and this. If you don't get this fixed, I'll have your job." And he was like, "Let him go." I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, because it was silly. No one likes that crap, where it's
No,
like,
but
we're
when-
just forcing this. Well, yeah, it's kind of forced.
Huntress was all right.
I hate that they're making her Lana. She's Lana from Smallville.
Yeah.
Laurel is Lana from Smallville.
Pretty much.
The first season, you were okay with her. She was the second season. From now, you're like, I can't. Every time you hear her voice, you just want to throw something at the TV.
You want to
Now-
throw something out the window?
So we can bring Eli back in a moment.
Let's talk about Captain America.
Let's get Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and
Amazing
Agents
film.
of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Holy
Amazing
smokes,
film.
Nick Fury's a genius.
I actually
awesome.
half expected it to be a body double.
I was thinking life model. I'm
wanted-
thinking life model decoy.
I wanted
They're
it
not
to
there
be a
yet.
life model. I wanted it to be a life model decoy, but it wasn't. I was very sad.
but
That would be too far out there, I guess. Apparently, even though you've got a flying
Crossbones. The fight with Falcon and Crossbones was
That was awesome.
freaking awesome.
wingsuit. So good.
And just basically the Winter Soldier,
The way
character,
the
awesome.
way the story was written, the way the movie's story was written was really awesome. How Hydra was secretly like rekindling itself inside of
And
Shield.
Solo was genius.
I didn't
Yep.
expect that, but I mean, Winter Soldier was pretty much spot on to the character from the comics, where they would just basically keep him on ice and thaw him out when he needed to kill someone.
which
And
was
when he started to
heinous.
remember, you wipe him again and start over.
Yeah.
And he was much, the dude that played the Winter Soldier got into shape for this because, in Captain America, he was very tiny.
Yeah.
And then in this one, they beefed him up.
the new fist of Cobra. Oh, Hydra, whatever.
Hydra. Yeah.
Same
You're
thing.
basically saying the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same gig. They don't have Hydra-themed weapons and tanks, but
It's hilarious, like how Hell Hydra is like a big thing now. All the memes with people going up and going, Hell Hydra.
that was such a sweet part of the movie.
Colbert was awesome. Colbert did it. And I will forget when it shows. He opened the show. And he was Hell Hydra, and no one noticed it. And, like the Marvel people just picked it up.
Yeah.
And he's like, Stephen Colbert's Hydra? But
That's
yeah,
awesome.
but yeah, that was a great part of the movie when like you realize while Gary Shannon's character was such a douche to Tony Stark, he was down. He was Hydra.
You're like, yep, Hydra.
What got me was Sitwell, because I know the comic book that Jasper Sitwell is one of Nick Fury's people. He's got a circle of his Highland Commandos, and he was one. Garrett was one. Pierce was one. So they're taking his comic book people and making them all like 3 of his top 12 dudes are bad guys.
Yep.
The rest of them are dead because the Howling Commandos are dead. But I mean, then with the Shield revelation that Agent Triplet is the grandson. I'm like, your grandpa was Derek Luke from Captain America: The First Avenger. I'm like, you're in. I'm like, all you need to do is like, Cap, my grandpa. I'm down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know what happened with Agent Ward becoming evil? Well, he was evil. He's Hydra, and now it's like, oh, we're about to find out that the army and stuff's getting involved. Next week, Maria Hill is coming back.
Yeah,
and they've got the army with them.
Captain America was a great film. It had amazing action sequences. The special effects were over the top. I mean, the depth of how they explored the characters of Black Widow and Steve Rogers was really, really well done. But the icing on it, the cake, was the community Easter egg in it,
which was very nice.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, it's Hobbit!
And he's just like, okay, I surrender.
Because they were talking about, I think it was something comic book related or something, and all of a sudden there's a gun in his face. He's like, holy crap!
It's so good.
The movie was good. If you haven't seen it already, you need to go see it. I highly recommend seeing it in any format. It is just as good.
It is really good.
Falcon,
I saw it in IMAX 3D, and I was
Falcon was really well done. I'm glad they didn't go with the red and white suit. Personally.
I was surprised that he's not in Age of Ultron.
He's not? What? He's one of Cap's dude. He's like Cap's best friend now.
I know. That's.
I love that part. He was like, whatever he does, it's like I'm gonna be there.
They haven't
announced him.
Maybe they're just going to keep him in the down low because he's not an Avenger. But
they did that with Gwyneth Paltrow, and then she's in the movie.
But yeah, I hear that Don Cheadle, War Machine, or Iron Patriot, whoever he's going to be, will show up in Age of Ultron.
Really?
So,
Iron Patriot will show up. That's awesome.
But I mean, it was just like
nothing says America like a red, white, and blue death machine.
I love that. Like at the end, he was when he was at the grave. He was like, "Well, you don't have to come with me." He was like, "Where to next?" It's like, I'm Captain America. I was like, "You need me." I'm like, I appreciate that.
I liked when they went to Fury's grave. Path of a Righteous Man.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, it's a Pulp Fiction reference. Yeah. But I love that sequence where he's driving and he's like switch to aerial propulsion mode. They're like propulsion offline. The thing comes up, he pulls out that gun and just starts wasting people. Oh,
get me off the grid!
So good.
Calculate, and then his car was calculating to the point where he'd be off the grid. I'm like, that is sick. It's like he's got a safe house in like DC that no one knows about. He's like,
such a good movie.
And that's one of the things they had in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They're exploring some of the secret safe houses and stuff. You know, they found that one with a.
Well, I think Hill has an agenda besides leading them to from the trailer. You see that Hill's with Colonel Talbot, but Hill also knows that Fury's alive and Cap's alive. Everyone thinks they're MIA or dead.
Yeah,
but she knows, so she's working the part of the plan. I mean,
I like that part where Fury's like, "I'm going to go chase this down in Europe, do some spy stuff."
I think that's why she applied to Stark, because it's just part of the plan.
Yeah. I would personally, I really personally would watch a movie based completely around Nick Fury and what he does in Europe. I think that would be amazing.
Or that might be the next season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well, that would be cool too. But like the way that they, because I've always liked Nick Fury, Ultimate Nick Fury or normal Nick Fury, because he's just so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man.
He is a spy master.
Yeah, and he proved that. And watching Captain America, you proved it. And even in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he's a spy master. The guy has secret bases. After the Stardust invasion, he was like, I need bases all over the world that no one knows about.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. You're like, he runs S.H.I.E.L.D., and he's like Batman, but better.
Yeah, he's like,
because he's not as psychopathic as Batman. but
instead
of just one dude army, he's like, I've got the army. You know, he's like, I got flying helicarriers, I've got Captain America in the wings. He's like, I got everybody.
I got the Avengers on speed dial. And again, that's why another reason why I think he put Hill in Stark was you gotta watch Stark.
Make sure Stark.
You gotta watch the money, cause if someone takes Stark out and get his tech, we in trouble. So I put my best agent with Stark. You'll have Clint. You'll have Hawkeye and Black Widow doing spy stuff for him. He's got Cap hunting Winter Soldier, and he's out doing Nick Fury stuff and just.
Being himself,
building, and while he's doing that,
empire building,
building Shield, rebuilding Shield, and just finding people he trusts. Like you had to pass a Nick Fury test of approval, and
which is ridiculous.
But it was, I mean, Captain America was well done. What's Agent of Shield, which again just super well done.
It's actually to the point where Sky isn't annoying anymore.
Yeah,
and that's what matters.
Yes.
And then they had that dark matter bad guy that not everyone knows about, but some people know about. He was in the episode, and they met the cellist, and that was cool. And it's Amy Acker, who everyone loves Amy Acker because she's Amy
the
Acker.
Joss Whedon baby, and
she's awesome. She was a cave girl on Angel, and then became adorable. I really liked that episode, but I'm ready for what's next. I liked when May was it. May's mom picked her up. She's like, you could call it anyone.
You know I'd really like to see soon in the Marvel Universe movies or shows? I really want to see Black Panther. Like, really bad.
Oh.
I don't know. With the name dropping of Stephen Strange, I'm going to predict that Stephen Strange is going to be first. Because they name dropped him in Cap 2.
Yeah, they did.
I was like, oh, you name dropped the Mega Sorcerer Supreme?
If he gets his own... Like, I would love to... Well... Because all the major actors of Thor and Iron Man and Captain America, they're once their contracts are up, they're done. They don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, but then or they'll renegotiate. But regardless, they'll probably James Bond them and put a new actor in.
Yeah, but they'll have
Infinity Gauntlet. What happens is I'm seeing that since we're dealing with the Infinity Gauntlet,
it'll redo the universe.
They're gonna reboot the universe.
Well, they could do that
and start with younger people.
See, that works for me too, because then if you get a good actor that wants to stay in that role and says, you know what, I like making money, I'll be Captain America. But Stephen Strange, I've always enjoyed the Sorcerer Supreme. He's always had some good stories in him, and I would love to see him get his own franchise.
I don't know. I think that. Black Panther would be interesting. As things go on, he becomes more interesting.
Black Panther could potentially be Marvel Comics' Batman franchise because he's essentially Batman, just not as ridiculous.
He's super smart.
He's super smart.
Country, which is technologically more advanced.
He runs the most advanced nation on the planet.
The richest nation on the planet.
He has some amazing powers and abilities, and he's just really fun. The only person he can't beat in hand-to-hand combat is Captain America.
Wrong.
Now,
he did beat Captain America.
Quiet.
Yeah.
So now, going back to what else I've been doing, because there's not a whole lot other than that, I already texted him. So see.
Hey.
Those spoilers in now.
The spoilers in.
Yeah, we had a thick thing of spoilers there. But
it was good.
Let's see. I played Strike Suit Zero. That's a fun game. I'll find out one day maybe because I only played about 5 minutes of the demo, not demo, but
5 minutes of the tutorial.
Yeah. I've been playing a lot of Rise, Son of Rome, and you know what? That's a pretty game. It's fun, and it basically takes the plots of The Eagle and King Arthur by Jerry Bruckheimer, mixes them together, and gives you a game.
And paints it with a Roman flavor. Yeah.
Well, they both were. Those are, no, King Arthur. That's the Roman warriors.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's by Jerry Bruckheimer. That's and then the other one's the Eagle.
Because I read the synopsis of the story plot for Rise, and it was actually kind of interesting, but I don't have an Xbox, so.
Well, you should at least watch The Eagle on Netflix. It's got this one with Channing Tatum and Jamie Bell. It's actually really good. What it is there's a giant eagle that's made of gold, and that's their
a golden giant eagle.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's their banner,
right?
Standard.
So Channing Tatum's character's father loses it,
Oh.
Somewhere in Britain. And this is where, there's that line, that Great Wall, where they were, keeping the, I don't know what you call them, they call them different things, but like
the Celts, they walled them off. They said, these people are crazy and ridiculous, we'll just build a wall.
And
I love that part of history.
They were doing, they were doing an okay job, but then they were like, hey, let's go out and, explore and kill things.
And get all murdered and lose stuff.
Yeah, they lost it, and to bring back the honor of his family, he's going to go find it, and what happens is basically he finds some of the guys that survived. They all get together and form a small unit, and they're not wearing their cool gear.
And they go and get the
They
flag.
go get the eagle.
Cool.
And people die.
Of course.
Action. Centurion's also a good movie. If you haven't watched that, that's got Magneto, young Magneto in it.
Fassbender?
He's a good actor. Yeah, so
of course.
it's on Netflix.
Fassbender's amazing.
I wanted to also give a little shout out, a little PSA. Sword Art Online is now on Netflix. If you haven't watched that, you should watch it immediately if you're an anime fan. Let's see, Steve has found out. Fate Zero.
Super good.
Great show. Check it out if you have time. It's only 13 episodes, so it's not super long.
But it'll lead you into manga or the other series.
And the animation quality is amazing.
Yeah, it
really
also
is amazing for Sword Art Online. Coming next weekend, I believe, is Attack on Titan to Cartoon Network.
Toonami, baby.
Which I just
How is that
can't
going to be
believe.
possible? Because there's so much...
It's like midnight or...
Toonami's uncut. And
Nice.
at midnight, it's...
Because I've been watching and reading the comics, and it gets really bad from the get-go. You're like, hey man, it's a giant person. That's not so bad. Oh, he's eating your face? Oh man. I
guess
really
what?
like that character. He got just torn in half.
They don't have buttholes, so they just vomit up people, and they'll just have these like hard rocks of people parts and
that part where
whatever.
After the first attack, where they're sifting through the regurgitation to try to find their comrades.
No, that was
You're like, let's start this show out with a happy note, and then his mother gets eaten. I was like, oh crap. Oh my god.
It's
so good.
yeah, and he relives that memory a million times.
Yeah, that's actually kind of annoying.
But it's amazing. I'll probably rewatch it just because I love it so much.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a new Naruto game coming out, and it probably
Looking forward to that one.
be amazing, but it's got like 100 characters.
The Ninja Storm series is great.
I don't know. I want them to do something else because they keep doing like the same game and updating it just little by little.
I'm ready for
like
another,
Capcom does with like Street Fighter.
Yeah,
and everyone else does.
But it's like almost annual.
I'm kind of looking forward to what they did with Rise of the Ninja.
Yes.
Where you can control Naruto and you can go through the story as him and free roam.
It's gonna.
I would love a sandbox game with Naruto.
That's what I want.
That'd be amazing.
I mean, after playing Saints Row 4, I think that they could do that. You know what I mean? just the movement of the characters, they could do that.
I went back and
played some more.
Yeah. So good.
One of the other things I'm thinking about doing soon, looking into getting a house. And once I get that, then I will have a better area to do so.
Good.
But I will get to my wrestling game, whatever, my eFed, whatever you want to call it, back up and running.
We can actually get content up because I'll be closer to you, and I can come over and do content.
Mm-hmm.
And work on stuff.
Yeah, the whole process of
you gonna start hybrid wrestling again?
Yes.
I want to do it. Like right now, I have to change my character though.
Well, I'm going to do a season 2 after whatever I call the big wrestling event that comes at the end of the season.
Did we ever resolve the conflict with Justin's character, or does he keep losing still? That was the best part.
Maybe he can come back in season 2 and win. Or maybe I'll do something.
Because I had that momentum where I had my character had both belts, and that was amazing.
He's still killing it, and I just kind of paused it right there. So much has happened in our lives; we haven't had time to get back to it. So I thought, what we'll do is we'll go back to that, and there's a battle royale, not the Royal Rumble that WWE has, the battle royale that I have, and it's going to have a bunch of zombies and a bunch of unnecessary crap for no reason. There's demons. Did I show you guys the pitch black demons? They're basically just like 8 feet tall, pitch black, You can see their red evil
Red
eyes,
yeah.
and then they have like horns and stuff.
And that's it, yeah.
That's all you see. It's just
It looks like a demon shadow.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
And they're kind of tough, so that's going to be interesting. There's no real wrestlers in there, just people I've made up. Very fun.
That's the best part.
Exactly. I'm going to make some new people and put them in season 2. Change some people up a little bit, and start editing real music and making it work with that, and then maybe make some better graphics.
I got a new song my character needs for the intro.
Yeah, you have to make a new song. You can find the song, edit it, and then put it in there. And
I think the moveset works really well with the character and stuff, and
we're just talking about like
fun.
Maybe change finisher, if not change the intro and the music, obviously, and clothing.
Works
so everyone's gonna, not everyone, but a lot of people are gonna do that. Eli will probably stay exactly the same.
Because mine is perfect.
Yeah.
If you like bad things.
Aww.
If you like amazing things that are great and perfect.
Aww. So mean.
I remember remember that match where you were like, this is Justin's redemption match, and the computer just beat the crap out of him.
Okay, Justin is like his power is like what?
Decreased.
His total was like 80 or something.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Or 85.
But he lost points because he didn't show up to the party that one night.
That's
He lost
right.
a whole bunch of points.
And and then our tag team started to drag, so we had that inner character feud.
You guys started to break up as a tag team because of that.
And he had to go through the walk. He had to walk through hell to get.
He had to fight. Was it 3 zombies, one at a time? Now here's the thing. Yeah, he went down to
It was set up so that he was supposed. He there was no way he should have lost that. But since
and he lost every time.
Since you set the computer to take so long, he lost eventually because he just made dumb decisions.
He didn't have the stamina. He tried to showboat, and his character just kept getting destroyed. I'm like, this is not happening.
This is hilarious.
I would do it over and over again. And then the other thing that requires a lot of patience and a lot of time consumption would be to actually make stories, have people read them, do voiceover work, and then make an actual video out of it and then upload it. But I'm thinking, if we're going to do something like that, we have to make our own music so we can actually put it on YouTube
That can be done.
and make money.
I'd be down for that. Like, that would be... See, I found that
Be
fun.
like a Rick and Steve or whatever it was.
Yeah. That one time where I sat in and I did commentary as from the point of view of my character self, that was a lot of fun. And I really... Because we kept talking about it, and I was like, well, I watch every episode that Nate puts up because it's awesome, And then, like, no one else watched. It made me sad.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if I'm going to put it up, I need people to watch. If no one watches it, then,
Well,
I'm just doing it for myself. Then.
I get off work at like 3 now because I start at 7.
Oh my gosh!
And
although I've had to do that, and
it's awful.
then I have to stay till 5 though. Anyway,
I have to get up at 5:30 to get anyway. But yeah, I mean, I'm free most nights. I'm willing to give time to that kind of stuff. It sounds like a good project.
It may be. I don't know if we'll start this weekend, but it will be in May.
Cool.
For sure.
Cool.
Once I get everything unboxed. So, but that's really going to take us to the finale because we've already talked about really everything. Well, we didn't go over the box office numbers, but let's be honest, Captain America has killed it 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, because it's Captain America.
Any new games coming out?
There is
Nope.
not. Well, yeah. Next week there is a game. There's a couple games actually on Friday. Let me go back to my list here. I've completely forgot that you guys were going to call on me for that. There are a couple games coming out next week. Finally, after it's been a few weeks without games.
Okay.
You're not going to love what I have to tell you, but they are.
Stuff?
No.
Not really.
It's so much more than that.
Okay.
Okay. We have The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is coming out for everything except Xbox One.
I actually heard that the mechanics they revamped the whole mechanics of the web shooting game. It looks pretty
I
good.
don't know if they did
I
that.
might give it a play.
But that's coming out for everything except
That's a
Xbox
rental.
One.
Yeah.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle comes out for PS3.
have one
Child
of
of Light. This is a very cool looking
Yeah, that game looks awesome.
game.
It's interesting.
It uses the Ubi art engine that they use for Rayman, and it just looks gorgeous.
It does.
I might end up picking that up. I'm not sure.
Well, that's a download game, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's not full release.
I
believe
I
it's
think it's
DLC.
coming to retail.
It looks good.
I think it is going to
I've
be a
been
retail
following it.
release also.
What else we got?
Picross Episode 4 for 3DS eShop, Mario Golf World Tour, and Kirby Triple Deluxe. I'm actually looking forward to Mario Golf. It just looks fun.
I remember playing the very first Mario Golf game on my NES.
I think it's going to be pretty good. I'll be picking it up, I think. And I might also pick up Child of Light, because
of
the
Light
more
looks
I see
interesting.
about that, it looks super interesting.
Isn't it does it have multiplayer where one character controls the girl and one character controls the ball? of
Maybe?
Light? I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure.
know. I haven't seen
It actually looks really cool.
I haven't seen that. But
So you got to
it
work
might.
together to reveal different areas with the light so she can move around. Looks pretty cool.
Interesting.
I'm seeing download for PC only right now.
Well,
But that's,
Yeah.
Looks cool.
Looks good. So it's a pretty good week next week for video games. Pretty good
and
stuff coming up.
I pre-ordered Wolfenstein because
You hate yourself.
it looks like it's going to be okay.
I liked the last Wolfenstein installment. It was pretty good.
I like those games. I liked
Wolfenstein 3D was awesome.
what was it? Return
Return to
to
Castle
Castle?
Wolfenstein.
That was one like in 2003.
Yep.
Yeah,
That one was
For a regular Xbox.
yeah. I like that
It
game.
was
That
also on
fun.
computer.
Yeah, I played it on both. And I enjoyed it.
I loved the crap out of it because I just built my gaming PC at that time, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Oh, and they also on the Xbox had co-op, and I played with Justin, and
Yeah.
we killed zombies, and because there's
I don't know.
Nazi zombies.
I'm really looking forward to the WildStar beta, but I'm probably going to take a look at Realm Reborn because it's looking amazing.
I played the PS4 beta. Awesome. It was really
I mean,
good.
I heard basically members of the Evil East Alliance and people that the producer director guy for Final Fantasy 4 and 6 basically took the project, steered it in the direction where it should have gone in the first place, and made a really good game out of it. So
Yeah, it's very
that's
cool.
the reason why Final Fantasy 15 was put on hold for so long, because they had to save their
14.
company. They had to save their company.
They had to save the major investment that was 14.
Yeah,
until at least Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, and that'll help.
the company
Bounce.
almost tanked because of the
14.
poor release of 14.
Well, that's their fault. Also, 13 wasn't good either.
Yeah.
13 is fantastic.
No, it's not.
No.
Seminar tutorial.
This is
Monster
long finale.
Tunnels.
Monster Tunnels,
Oh,
bad
yeah.
characters,
Let
more
me just do
Monster
box
Tunnels.
office numbers real quick. Cap number 1 was 25 million.
Durr.
Number 2 was
Obviously.
Heaven is for Real with 22.5 million. Number 3 was Rio 2 with 22.1 million. Number 4 was Transcendence with 10.8
I heard
million.
that movie was not good at all.
It tanked. It's not really doing well. Number 5, which means we're going to get a sequel, A Haunted House 2, with $8.8 million.
Are you going to go see that one,
$8.8 million.
Marquise?
We'll talk about that. Draft Day was number 6 with $5.7 million. Divergent was number 7 with 5.6, and then Oculus is number 8.
I heard
Followed by-
it was all right.
For a
WWE
WWE film,
Studios.
it doesn't.
What?
WWE Studios.
Really? It has
Yeah,
Harry Pond in it, too.
it made his money back.
Yeah, like
Spades.
Dead Man Down. That's on Netflix. That's by WWE Studios.
I
They're
didn't-
getting better.
WWE.
Well, I
Studio.
heard it was really psychological craziness. So
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of interested.
I might go see the new one that starts tomorrow.
The one with the little girl, the creepy girl, and
yeah,
yeah. So always a
the
creepy-
quiet one.
So I was a creepy girl.
Oh,
yeah.
that was creepy.
Oh, actually, I'm going to show you guys a trailer here in a minute.
Okay,
so
and then number 9 was Noah, and then number 10 was Disney's The Bears.
So
I heard
there
that
you
was
go.
also a good one, even though it's just about bears.
Disney makes those
That was a
lovely-
weird top 10.
Yeah, it
It was a weird top 10, but
Whatever.
there it is, folks.
All right, guys. Hey, welcome to the finale, everyone. And Steve.
Play more games.
Do stuff.
Buy more comics.
Yeah.
Check us out on timerus.com and continue listening to us on YouTube.
Love
Thank
us.
you.
Whoop whoop.